beautiful day here with this beautiful lady. Wow.
I like to call myself a Rotunda Square. I help clients achieve their goal to get their dream homes and everything.
I help people make secure and profitable real estate investments.
And I help you make money for sure through real estate investment.
And I've been doing this for 4 years now. 4 years.
Wow, that's a long time. So I should learn from you.
No, I should learn from you.
Me, I'm barely almost a year though. Yes, it's a real estate. Yes, almost a year. On a scale of 10, how would you rate your experience as a realtor in the areas of challenges, entertaining and educating?
A lot of things goes into being a realtor. So challenging, I would say 10 over 10.
10. I would say for challenges, 9%. Challenging, I will rate it 20 because it's convincing a client to actually key in or to acquire a property. It takes a lot. It takes trust, it takes your time, it takes away sleep from your eyes. Challenges, oh my goodness, it's been awesome. I would say it's been awesome. Challenges have been awesome.
I think I can feel the heat as well. It can be so challenging, but you're doing well.
Sometimes the client will tell, oh, I'm coming to pay, I'm going to pay today. Your mind is already there, you're hoping, and the client does not come through. You'll be like, oh God, why? So it is from 1 to 10, I'm giving it 20.
20 over 10.
20 over 10, so it's higher.
I know that the value I'm giving them in return for the money they are bringing is so much worth it.
Exactly.
And even more. But then it's difficult to make people part away from their money.
What about educating?
Educating 10 over 10.
For it being educating, 10% and even more.
I'll be rating educating 10 over 10. Yes, 10 over 10. Let me not go higher.
It's been educating, I've learned over a couple of years as well.
I learn every day in this whole thing. Every day, 10 over 10.
And then for entertaining, very entertaining, 15%.
Entertaining, yes, it's highly entertaining because I never get bored with it.
Oh, because I've had a lot of entertainment.
So on the scale of 1 to 10, I would say 9.
Wow, that's fantastic. It's very, very entertaining for me because a lot of my clients, they always say, people, you're always shining your teeth a lot when you make videos and all that. I said yes, because I love what I do. So I have to put in my best. So I find it very entertaining.
So now let's talk about the challenging parts. You know, I said it can be so challenging as well. So have you ever had a challenging experience with a client or prospect?
Okay, I've had a lot of.
Definitely, I have a lot.
Okay, let me just give you one story.
The environment in which we are doing this business is Nigeria, and there's a lot of clients or prospects have experienced some bad times with some, rogues and thieves in form of agents and developers.
So there's this client, I would call him a client because he had already made payments for the particular property, and then it's actually a property that has a C of O, certificate of occupancy.
Some clients are very difficult.
And then he went ahead and said, called some weeks later that he wants to verify. I sent him all the documents, and it was clear that he had the C of O and all that, but he still wasn't convinced.
Dealing with them require a lot of patience.
Okay.
I had to meet with his lawyer, his surveyor. They came back to the essay. They took the what's it called? They took the coordinates.
Wow.
Right there, they verified it that it was
After
free.
making payment.
After making payment.
But when you say your client is challenging or is difficult, you want to ask that why is this client difficult?
Exactly.
Is there a question in his mind that is yet to be answered?
But the lawyer was going back and forth. So the lawyer actually was surprised that what I've been telling him is the same thing that the surveyor confirmed.
For some clients, when you meet them, they always feel like they know it all.
Okay.
And you're advising them to actually invest, not because, some of them will feel probably because of the money you want to gain.
So he was trying to argue the fact that the surveyor was wrong. And the surveyor was like, see, I can't tell this is right. That property is safe. And it's good to buy. And then he was like, hey, are you sure you can't give me refund? Only for me to find out that the client was trying to communicate with another another property company, and I think they were offering you something less.
When you listen to clients empathically, when you put yourself in their shoes, then you better understand what the real problem is.
If they're offering you something less, it all depends on the delivery. Do you want to buy from a company that's going to deliver or not?
The fact is that I'm actually advising you to invest, not because I want to make money from that.
And what if the information you're giving him is something not legit or something?
You understand?
For you to even say that the surveyor is confirming or attesting to what you said, that's a plus for him.
A lot of clients find it very difficult to pay what we call statutory fees. They'll be like, I've bought this land, I've paid for this land or this house. How come I'm paying another money?
Yes, and then the lawyer who brought the surveyor was like, the surveyor was saying something wrong. And so like, I'm not telling lies, it's the right thing.
But in this aspect, I try as much as possible to listen to them. I try as much as possible to educate them that this is how this thing is.
At the end of the day, I am very sure the client is satisfied where he is because he can see a lot of improvements.
Oh, he eventually came into that property.
Yes, he paid. He didn't get a refund because
and that kudos to you because you been able to convince him to that extent.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. Even the other company that offered him something is doing nothing on that land.
Imagine.
And I try as much as possible to actually let them know that I know what I'm doing and this is my job. So
That's nice.
He's impressed.
Listening empathically, helps you discover what the problem is, and when you discover this problem, you can actually now, solve it.
Okay, so Loose Square. What inspired you? What's your muse?
Okay.
Please tell me I'm your muse. Tell me what inspired you.
let me be honest though, I don't need the forming or lying about it. It's hunger.
So, see, one thing, this one is long.
In Nigeria, you don't need motivation to work
You have to motivate yourself.
because the hunger will motivate you.
My dad was a civil engineer, so he was more into building, constructing, and all that. So I know that then I didn't know anything about construction actually.
For me, I think it's two things. Number one, unemployment.
Okay.
And then he does the right thing. If they don't get it right, they have to bring it down. So I knew that quality was more important to my dad. Reputation was more important because if you deliver quality, you get a good reputation, and then you get more referrals.
I've always been this a go-getter. I've always loved money.
I knew that when it comes to real estate itself, I didn't know much, but I know back then I was in secondary school. My dad was offered to buy land because I grew up in Delta State. To buy land in Abraka, and he said no.
And everything. So I went to school, read my book, created a very good result and everything. But coming out, the kind of jobs that I wanted to do, the kind of jobs that could afford me the kind of lifestyle I've envisioned for myself, they were not there for me.
And I'm like, no, Dad, just buy. He said, no, you guys are more important to me. I need to give you the best of education. Anyways, we went to the best of schools in Delta State. So I told him, no, forget, we won't die. Just buy this land. My dad didn't buy that land.
The ones that were there, age was a barrier. I tell you, 26.
And you were not 26.
I was more than 26 when I left university already. I was 27. So, and I don't want to lie. I didn't want to go and start changing
don't want
my
to do the
results
Nigerian
and everything.
5 or 7 years later, then he called me. He was still working in the same Delta State, same Abraka, still building and all that. So he called me. He was like, "Oh, do you know that land that they offered me some years ago?" I said that I remember.
So after university, I went into IT. I'm a graphic designer. I am still a graphic designer. I'm a good UI UX person.
He said, "Guess what? That beside the land we have a Delta State. We have the Delta State University Abraka." So he looked at I'm like, "Dad, are you kidding me right now?" He said, "No." I said, "Just imagine you had bought the land. Guess how much they offered the land? 80,000 naira. Then
2 years into UI UX, the kind of income I was getting, I wasn't so cool. I was like, how many years will I, actually work to be able to buy a car, give my parents the kind
And you
of
have
life.
plans. You have goals.
Plans. So
I was like, if he had bought it, trust me, by now it would have been worth millions and millions of naira. He didn't even need to resell it, just to build hostels or something. People will rent. Trust me, making so much cash flow till days.
But one of my friend was like, "Hey, Favor, what's up now? Sure, you will not join real estate. This, that." He has been telling me that since 2019 though. But me, I just finished school, planning my NYSC. I was like, no, I don't need stress. Sun, no way. I'm not entering the sun. I hate sun. I hate going under the sun.
So that alone, I came to Lagos and started schooling and all that, work and all that. But I told myself, I said, when it comes to real
It's
estate
going to
investment,
be a drive.
whichever state I find myself, I must make sure that I own properties.
I had a friend and a friend who was into real estate that time, and I saw how he transformed. Like this person, I was like, guy, how far? What's going on? And he brushed me up, taught me how to get about getting that. You can actually go into real estate without having capital and every of these things. And
so my journey to being a realtor actually happened when I went to acquire some lands for myself. And then I realized that these lands are actually cheap and affordable. And then so many of my friends there had my age with them, didn't even understand that you could buy lands, but we prefer buying hair, clothes, all those things. You just get tired. They always have new ones coming up. And then I decided to say, oh, let me help others, because I know that most people don't know. They're not even aware that you can afford real estate from the smallest amount that you have.
at the beginning, we all felt the only way you could go into real estate is to go in as a developer or as an investor.
Really?
Yes.
That was
what we thought. But then
I did not think that.
we realized that you could come in as a realtor, you could come in as,
All you have to do is just plan. Then I decided to go into realtorship.
No, but now, me and Son, now we are like 5 and 6. We run things together. If somebody is saying, fine girl, you go yarn, I said, this is what put food on my table. So I'm here to work. If I'm in the house, I'm not going to make any money. Nobody's going to give you anything.
Anyways, I told you shouldn't worry. I won't make the same mistake you made.
Of course,
I'll make sure that every state I find myself, I must buy land, and property.
So it is hunger.
And today, we're at a square.
we are where we are today.
By God's grace.
By God's grace.
Yes, it is grace. Yes.
So I think part of the motive should now be money as well. You didn't put that part.
Assets. I like cash flow, money. So I don't know why people have this relationship. They tend to say money is not everything. I know money is not everything, but money is very important.
Money is
because
important.
it's better for
necessary.
you to cry in a mansion or cry that you have cash flow. Be crying, be receiving cash flow.
Of course,
to calm you down with it,
Yes, no.
To calm you down, you don't have money at all,
and then
you're
you are
crying.
having. Of course, I keep telling people. I said when we look at depression, maybe you don't have what you want, you don't have everything, but if you have money, the depression would reduce. It's not going to be like that because you have money to back that thing up. That
Exactly.
Okay, I can't be alone right now. Let me just go out there and do
And
what
have
I love or
fun.
something.
Yes.
It has been a fantastic time with you.
Pleasure.
I learned a lot of things from
I did as well.
I would like to tell you this, that please keep up that good work because you're doing so well. I think I've heard so much about you, your clients, the way you manage them and everything. You're doing a very wonderful.
Hope to see you some other time.
Yeah, hope to see you on the inspection ground. And
Yes,
see you
hope
win
to
big.
make more money, meet ourselves in the bigger place.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm very glad to come here today. Thank you.